Now that the bike's all clean, I wish. Now that the bike's all stripped and I can get to basically everything, near enough, kind of. Various different chemicals do work. Personally, I always start off with just an engine degreaser. It's easy to put on, does get grease off, does get dust off, grime, that sort of crap and shit. Then I'll steam clean it. That will get 90% of it off. I might have to do an engine degrease again and I'll use the air and blow all that off. Or it'll be degrease and brake cleaner. Depends how it turns out. I don't go anywhere near any electrics. As far as I'm concerned, they can bloody stay dirty. Me and electrics don't get on, don't like them, I just don't go near them. As for the rest of the bike, it's the little bits. It's the little bits that, they're the bits that people see. When they look in a bike, they'll see it. No matter, it just doesn't hide. You can't hide dirt. So it's just a case of getting your wife's toothbrush. I mean, I could spray degreaser all over it, then rub it with a brush, or degrease it, leave it overnight, come back and pressure wash it off. I've never used a pressure washer in my life. Can't stick to things. The stuff that happens with a pressure washer. You get a pressure washer near, oh I don't know, seals, grommets, anywhere that's supposed to have grease, bearings. You get a pressure washer anywhere near them and all you're doing is you're pressure washing away all the grease that's supposed to be there. Because this is the point. With the toothbrush you can actually clean where you want it cleaning. With the pressure washer you can't. There's just no way, there's no accuracy. Now I'm just putting it on. I'm not scrubbing, I'm just basically just putting the engine degreaser on. And by the time, yeah, that's electric, you see, I don't like electric. By the time I put this on from here to here, the back bit will be ready. It doesn't have to sit for long. I mean, to get grease off, it's a particularly dirty bike, yes. You do have to go that extra mile. And especially an old bike. I mean, this one's relatively new. This is only what, 2009? Hasn't done many miles. It just hasn't been cleaned. And it won't sell, well, it probably will sell, but not for the price that it needs to sell for. I mean, to buy this dirty, well, I don't know, dirty as it is, 2,800 quid trade, I suppose, probably 2,600 trade, but clean it, polish it, tidy it up, make it look like it's been cared for, make it look like the owner of the bike loves the bike, cleans it. I mean, you can't turn around and say this bike's never seen rain, because all the fasteners, they're all corroded, every single bloody one of them. They've all got salt on, and I is not taking off every fastener, sticking it on the polisher, polishing all the fasteners, lacquering all the fasteners, just to make this look like new. Ain't gonna happen. No way, no how. But if it's clean, you know, if it's very clean, not concourse, nowhere near concourse. People like to see a clean bike. A clean bike is a well looked after bike. I mean, if you had a bike that's standard, that you'd sit at a bike meet, and a bike, exactly the same bike that's in a showroom, You're going to buy the showroom bike because it's a lot cleaner. It's shiny. It's new. It's, oh yes, I want it. Sort of thing. And cleaning doesn't take long. What? This will take me, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours tops to get it all done, which isn't bad. And by the time you, like I say, all I'm doing is putting it on. Look, I'm just putting it on. And by the time I'm finished, getting it all clean, polished, laved up, it'll look like a bike that's worth 500 quid more. 500 quid's 500 quid. All this is time. The trouble is, you've got to have the time. But you think about it. If this takes me 2 days tops to do it, from start to finish 2 days. I mean, you're talking 10-hour days here. You know what I mean? So if this took me 2 days, and I can sell it for 500 quid more, I've just earned £500 in 2 days. You see where I'm coming from? That's why you don't just put a pressure washer on them. That's pointless. Just a pressure washer, take off all the grease and give all the problems that you've just had to the next owner. Nah, it's not right. It's just not right. So, that's all I'm doing. I'm just basically putting on the degreaser, but I'm not spraying it on. I'm rubbing it on. And it won't take me long. The trouble with doing it, to get a very clean bike, is if you miss a bit, it really shows up. I mean, it really shows up. And the thing is, you never get it all. Never. You could spend a week. You could have the bike in a million bits and take a month on it. Then maybe, yeah, you would get it all. But just a quick strip and clean like this, there's going to be bits. It's controlling them bits. I mean, if there was 100 bits that needed attention, and I knock it down to 10, suddenly the bike looks a lot better. Oh, and don't worry, I will be re-greasing absolutely everything that needs greasing. Because when you've got the bike this, to this sort of stripping, it's quite easy to re-grease it all. The most important bits are done, and that's the back end. If you don't do the back end, oh. But like I say, this bike has been used and abused. Well, not necessarily abused, but it has been used. And you don't want to sell a dirty bike. It's on the same sort of lines as selling a dirty house. You'll struggle to sell it and you won't get top dollar for it. Now a lot of people won't do this. They will steam clean it, give it a very quick polish. They'll probably, oh I don't know, they'll think, oh it's a good bike, good honest bike, I'll flog it, and they might spend 3 hours cleaning it from start to finish. They won't take anything off, absolutely nothing. They'll stick a steam cleaner on it and say, that'll do. And to some people, they'll look at it and think, well, that's a clean bike. That's nice and clean. But to others, especially when you're looking at a bike, to others, they'll look at it and say, you're kidding, ain't you? I've had it, I've looked at bikes. I've had a look at bikes in the showroom and thought, how can you put that on the showroom? How can you do that? Because that is absolutely minging. But the reason why they don't clean them 100% on the showroom is because if you walk into the showroom, I want to test ride that bike please, and it's absolutely clean within an inch of its life, you take it out for a test ride. Let's say the road's slightly damp, not even wet, just slightly damp. You take the bike out for an hour, half hour, whatever. You come back, you say to the dealer, oh, nice bike, not for me though. All that cleaning, all them hours and hours and hours of cleaning, down the drain because it needs another one. So that's why the bikes in the showroom aren't immaculate. I mean, this is nowhere near immaculate. This won't be nowhere near immaculate. It'll be clean though. And that helps to sell bikes. It is so much easier to sell a bike when it's clean. So much easier. I mean, as you can see, I'm not going nuts at it. All I'm doing is rubbing in the degreaser. That's all I'm doing. Any fool can do it. Do need patience though, because what I can guarantee, I'll degrease this and steam clean it off. Clean it all up and I'll see bits, and I'll go back and I'll clean it again. Then I'll see more bits and I'll go back and I'll clean it again. It depends what sort of grade of cleaning you want. And it also depends on what chemicals you use. I mean, certain bits, there is certain cheats. For instance, if you've got black plastics under here, I've already done under here. I've already just cleaned it, ain't prepped it out. You've got black plastics and they're clean like this. If you want them to shine, spray a bit of silicone on a tissue, just wipe it on. Wow, it shines, it's beautiful, it's deep, it's luxurious. Start from the back, work, oh wait, forward. see a bloody thing again. Missed a bit. There you go. That's the thing when you do this in cold weather. You can't see a bloody thing half the time. Good opportunity. Now, when you use the degrease and you steam clean straight away, it leaves a white residue. Let's see if you can see it. Bear with me. There. You see there, look. Leaves a white residue like that. Nearly everywhere. Nearly everywhere. That is the grease mixed with the steam, with the water. Fortunately, when you use brake clean, comes straight off. Lovely stuff. You see, all I'm doing is melting the grease. That's all I've done. Nothing else. I mean, some greases are in there, and they are just nasty. And it takes you forever to get it out. Like I say, this is a new bike. Well, 4-year-old. So it's in relatively good condition. See what I mean by I can't see a fucking thing. So I'm just basically drying the bike after the steam clean. It's one of them processes, I'm afraid. Right, so what we've done is we've what else if I could see. So basically we just degreased it, and if you take a look, there's still marks on it everywhere. But these marks, believe it or not, is just oil residue. See if I can get you in there better. It's just residue. That's all it is. I mean, right down past the chain, all nice and clean. It's just a matter of degreasing. If you can, degrease. So it is degreased. Now you're looking at it thinking, that's a bloody mess. What a mess. It was better when it started. No, it weren't. No, it weren't. So it's degreased now. We've got oil residue. Now you could actually go round with just a bit of a cloth. Wipe it all up. Simple simples. Comes off very easy, comes off with your fingertips. And then you look at it and you think, wow, nice clean engine. You've got to go further than that, you have to. I'm going to have to turn the fire off for this. Because this stuff is volatile. Christ, rail. Buy it by the gallon. This is the stuff that is made for gods, and I just nick it. It's quite cheap, to be honest. 20 quid a gallon. And probably need to get some more. That's it. Christ, that didn't last very long. Right, so I go through it like crazy amount. And this actually gets rid of the film, because it's just a dusting of oil everywhere. Oil's been melted by the steam, and it's just a dusting. Actually, excuse me. Don't know whether this is the same stuff as panel white, but if it is, it's bloody nasty for you. So, nothing else I can do till I get some more panel wipe or brake cleaner.